On this edition of Shelby This Week, our township welcomes guests to breakfast. See where you can get your tickets to catch up on all the great things Shelby Township has done this past year and what they'll continue to do for years to come. Utica Community Schools cut back a significant part of your children's education, and parents are concerned. See what cuts they made and how they might affect your students in the fall. We tell you how one restaurant is closing its doors in order to expand and get into a better location. All this and more coming up on Shelby This Week. The annual State of the Township is fast approaching and everyone is invited to attend. The Macomb County Chamber of Commerce is hosting the event, and they hope that people come out to the morning breakfast to welcome Shelby Township Supervisor Rick Stathakis.
I'll just be talking about our parks and recreation, our assets, our recreation assets, and a lot about what's going on in terms of recreation. We've got some great parks, about 1,100 acres. And Joe Youngblood actually will be our MC. As you know, he's the director of Parks and Rec. We will be giving out some awards.
Stathakis has served as a supervisor since 2008, and he prides his leadership on many things, but one of his main points is the tax millage and the fact that it has not been raised for the citizens of Shelby Township since he took office. He hopes to continue to serve the community of Shelby Township to best serve its residents. This will be discussed at the State of the Township and much more.
The Shelby Township is well managed. We don't borrow money, we don't bond, we pay cash for everything, and we've got a plan that makes sense for 80,000 people. And that's what I want them to take away, and also a little bit of pride as they walk away, seeing what we don't have and what other people don't have, but what we have here in Shelby Township. Parks and recreation, second to none here in Shelby Township.
The State of Shelby Township will be held on July 20th at 8 o'clock a.m. at the Palazzo Grande. Tickets can be found on the Macomb Chamber of Commerce website. Last week we brought you information on an initiative that the Shelby Township Police Department has become a part of. Shelby This Week has an update on Operation Ghostrider as we take the initiative to Hall Road. And there's still one misconception that is on the minds of some Shelby Township residents.
And we've had people that have jumped on our Facebook site and have said, oh, it's a money grab, it's this, it's that, and it's really not. You ask anybody from my team, and I've been here for 21 years. I spent 6 years in traffic as a fatal crash investigator, and it is nothing to do with the money. It's not like police officers work on commission. We don't want to police the crashes. We all have loved ones, we all have family that's driving around here just like everybody else does. And when you start policing these fatal crashes, when you see the stupidity on what caused it and the carnage that it causes, not just from the crash, but the family, making death notifications at the house, that's what motivates us from the traffic perspective. It has nothing to do with the money. Depending on the speed that they're going by, you get about 7 to 10 seconds of looking in the vehicle to see what's going on by the time you watch them as they pass by. I think people just are so accustomed to those devices that they think I can do it. But it's the same thought process that people had back in the 80s for drunk driving. They thought, I can just have 3 or 4 beers, I'm fine, I'm not drunk, I'm just buzzed. Well, you're still going out and you're killing people. You say you don't mean to, but you do simply by ingesting all that alcohol. It's the same thing with the cell phone. If you've got your cell phone up and you've got to make that text to somebody, let them know you're running late or for whatever your reason is, and you schmuck one of these workers out here and kill them, well, you intended to get on your phone, so therefore, by proxy, you intended to kill that person because you're being reckless in disregard of somebody else.
Distracted driving, she had her device on her steering wheel when she passed me, and then she also did a lane change with no signal, and she was speeding at about 52 to 53 in the construction zone.
Single male driver, texting. I had a guy earlier this morning who was eating with his left hand, and you could tell he had his tablet, so he had a bigger, it wasn't a phone, in his other hand. So obviously he was steering with his knee, and weaving out of his lane. Gray full-size Dodge Ram pickup, middle lane, no seatbelt.
Officers were on Hall Road that day for 2.5 hours, and they issued 11 distracted driving tickets. Shelby Township has owned the Shelby Manor since they built the facility through a bond in 1992. Now that the bond has matured, the township is now able to move forward, and they are looking to possibly sell the property to the right bidder.
Philosophically, this is a business that we don't feel local government should be in.
The building consists of 274 units, and it is advertised for the people age 55 and older. For a minimal cost, seniors can live in the building in either a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment.
I would say if you like living there, renew your lease if you have an opportunity to do so before the ownership changes, because that lease will be honored through the next owner. So you will be able to lock in any lease that you have that is current when ownership changes, if it changes, and that's still subject to board approval, but it's likely to happen. I don't want to mislead anyone. Those leases will be honored, and if you have a chance to extend your lease, that lease will be honored too.
Many residents at the manor have expressed concerns about what may happen to the place that they call home. The Board of Trustees wants to make sure that the residents are protected, and the community knows with the selling of this property could mean better things for the township. One item that has been tossed back and forth is a new senior center and library. That is the ultimate goal if the right bidder for the facility is found. Bids are due by July 6th and will be voted after that by the Board of Trustees.
I just want to be 100% clear that all the leases are going to be honored. Nobody's going to be thrown out into the street. The board is going to give preference to bidders that want to continue to use it as senior housing. So the rumors that are out there that it's going to be torn down, it's going to be turned into a water park, it's going to be turned into an office building, it's going to be high-rise penthouse, high-rent condos, it's all nonsense.
Flynn is willing to take phone calls and set up meetings with anyone who has questions or concerns about the plans for Shelby Manor. After serving 5 years with Shelby Township, Brian Fairbrother is expanding his career, and he has decided to step down from his position as Deputy Township Clerk. Since his start in the township, Fairbrother led the charge on many projects. Fairbrother will be replaced by Craig Cowper, who will serve as the new Deputy Township Clerk. 47 teachers in the Utica Community Schools District are without a job after last week's board meeting. These teachers were laid off, and according to UCS, the layoffs were something that had to be done due to a decline in enrollment and a reduction of Title I funds.
The whole core of why so many people move to our district is because our district is supposed to provide strong academic leadership and good student-teacher ratios, and unfortunately this cut does not help that objective at all.
Layoffs come 1 week after the state of Michigan announced that the public school system will be receiving an adjustment in their yearly budget.
I really hope the district knows that parents are aware that the district is letting go some amazing teachers, and we're disheartened to know that they're going to be scooped up by another district, hopefully. We're really going to miss them, and we wish the best that we could retain them and lower class sizes. I think that would be a wonderful way to look at these budgetary challenges, is take the money from something else and instead prioritize student-teacher ratios and retain these teachers.
Each school will get approximately $60 to $120 more per student enrolled. The Michigan House and Senate have both passed this budget, and now it awaits a signature from Governor Snyder. With the overcrowding of classrooms that most schools in Michigan face, including UCS, parents are at disbelief the Board of Education would cut back this much.
Parents can't provide teachers. Unfortunately, it's out of our control. The class sizes are going to continue to grow larger if teachers are continually laid off.
Utica Community Schools declined to speak to Shelby this week about the layoffs, but they gave us this in a press release. Revenue for our school district comes directly from the state of Michigan and the federal government, and any changes at those levels have a direct impact on our district. Utica Community Schools is required by law to have a balanced budget. A favorite local restaurant will be closed for a little while. Da Francesco will be closed as they prepare to move across the street to their new location. They will move into their new building, which is a standalone building, and they will have a larger restaurant and bar space to better accommodate their guests. The new building is scheduled to open on July 17th. Governor Rick Snyder signed a bill that will allow motorists to show law enforcement officials an electronic version of their car registration. This bill was spearheaded by Representative Pete Lucido from Macomb County. This new bill will provide motorists a more efficient way of accessing their registration. Last year, a bill was passed that allows motorists to access their car insurance electronically. Representative Lucido feels strongly that since we live in the 21st century, our electronic devices can be used to aid us, and since technology is all around us, we can use it for our documents as well. Lucido expresses that this bill will not cost taxpayers any money. Coming up next, summer is filled with many exciting things around the township, and we will tell you where you can catch some of the activities for your kids, and see how a fun summer camp brought in expert athletes to work with the kids of Shelby Township. And stay tuned because we have an event that will take you outdoors with the Parks and Rec Department.
Station 1 call, tone that please. 10-4. Captain 4 will be going to that location also.
There are plenty of fun activities all around Shelby Township this summer. The library is one of those places that gives guests the chance to experience different and exciting things.
He likes me! Our whole summer reading program is based off of building a better world and learning about all our community partners and how we all work together and have different jobs and roles to play. We have the summer reading program going on inside where the kids sign up and register for their reading and they get prizes to keep track of their reading goals. And we try to do a program each week, every Wednesday at 1:30, to introduce them to something different, whether it's outside or inside, arts and crafts, music, theater, dance, meeting community helpers, and learning about their world.
Just this past week, kids were invited out to the library grounds to experience a petting farm. For more information on activities at the Shelby Township Library, check out ShelbyTWPLIB.org. The Shelby Township Gardeners Club will be hosting their biannual flower show July 13th through the 15th. You can check out the displays at the Shelby Township Library.
So again, we're a service organization, we volunteer, we do many civic events, and one of this is a biannual flower show. So this will be in July 13th, and the theme this year is Rah Rah, so proud to live in this state, made in Michigan. So I made this over the winter, the idea, and my husband and I, this is our contribution, and this is like our pre-publicity piece, made in Michigan. These are all succulents. This is wall art. We have on the back, or we'll be having a, what's called a French cleat, and so you'll be able to hang this vertically, and this will be a publicity piece for the upcoming show, so that's July 13th through the 15th, Shelby Township Library.
The Gardeners Club hosts this fundraiser every other year to raise money for plants, flowers, and other gardening needs for the township. This year's theme of the show is Made in Michigan. The members of the Gardeners Club are very excited to show off their flower displays that represent life in the state of Michigan. A group of students from China who are studying law are headed to Macomb County at the end of July. The students are in need of families in Macomb County to host them while they are here. They will be in the United States from July 26th through August 4th. Families are requested to provide breakfast as well as some dinners for the students while they are here. If you are interested in hosting a student, you can contact the Macomb Cultural and Economic Partnership at 586-783-6008. Although there are many varieties of camp during the warm summer months, the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation has a spin on their soccer camps. For 1 week, kids can participate in British soccer camps. Campers received one-on-one training with some of the best athletes. Andrew Shelsky has more with his story.
Challenger Sports British soccer camps have been coming to Shelby Township for over 8 years, teaching high-level soccer to the youth of the township.
So what we're here to do basically is to bring a lot of fun into soccer around the US. So we travel around to different towns, different states all around the country, and we put on summer camps, and we've been doing it for a very long time now. It's our 8th year in Shelby putting on this camp, and the kids love it. They come down, they have a great feel for soccer, they have fun, they leave better players and they leave better people as well, because we try to put in lots of teamwork, lots of activities, and just encourage them to keep playing soccer.
Challenger offers 3 different camps. A camp for 3 to 4-year-olds. Their mini soccer camp, which is for 4 to 6-year-olds. And their half-day camp, which is 3 hours long, where they teach 6 to 18-year-olds.
So with the younger kids, our emphasis is to have fun, develop skills through fun, just basic dribbling, basic passing, basic teamwork, and basic communication. And as we work up with the half-day camps, where they learn moves like from Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, or Cruyff, all the best players in the world. So we try to get the interest going with them through introducing skills like that to them.
And it's not just in Shelby Township. Kids from around the nation are getting a little taste of football from across the pond.
So we travel around, all around Michigan, all around Illinois, Iowa, Indiana as well, I think. But we have coaches everywhere in all states as well. So I think we've over like 15,000 coaches over here for the summer at the moment. So we run spring and autumn programs as well, where we put on academies, and there'll be longer term basis things, but we continuously working here in the US to bring soccer up and up.
And Shelby Township is more than happy to have them back.
It's my first year being here, but as soon as we arrived, they were already talking about having us next year again. Clearly it's working. It's everyone here kind of likes it and everything like that, and kids have fun. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all we can ask for. You know?
For Shelby This Week, I'm Andrew Shelsky.
Still ahead, an annual event making its way to Shelby Township very soon. We will tell you where you can register for the event, and all the proceeds go towards a great cause. And our Parks and Rec department will be hosting a series that will give you a chance to go outdoors with your family and friends.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
If you are looking for some fun this summer, the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation has just the activities for you. Stacy Sansatera has more.
It's that time of year. We have our summer concert series coming up, and we do these on Wednesdays right here in the Shelby Township Municipal Grounds.
The summer concert series provides residents with an evening to gather with family, friends, and neighbors.
I feel it's really important from our standpoint here at Parks and Rec to improve the quality of life for our residents. And one way we can do it is having a free family concert right here in the township grounds.
And these free family concerts provide a variety of music offerings. The series kicks off Wednesday, July 5th with Cadillac West. If you're feeling a little country, this is the show for you. This dynamic trio cover the best of country music as well as your favorite classics. Do you love the 80s? The Square Pegs take the stage Wednesday, July 12th. This totally awesome 80s band is a must-see and guaranteed to show you a good time. The final show takes place on July 26th as Captured Detroit recreate and recapture Journey's greatest hits that have withstood the test of time. An eclectic lineup offered up for some free family fun.
We've had people saying, oh, we have 3 concerts, wish we had 4 or 5, but a lot of it's based on our sponsorship funding we have. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Dr. Bam Barbette, Rob Huth's office, our attorney Rob Huth. And without the sponsorships that we get, we won't be able to provide these free concerts.
The free summer concert series is open to everyone, and we hope to see you there. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
For more information, visit ShelbyTWP.org and click on the Parks and Recreation tab. Go for the Gold is back and looking for runners like you. The 13th annual run benefits the Michigan Macomb Special Olympics. The race will be held on July 15th at Riverbends Park right here in Shelby Township. There will be a 5K and 10K run and a kids fun run. Registration for the race starts at 8 o'clock a.m. and the race begins at 9 a.m. The kids fun run will start at 10:15. You can find more information at goforthegold.com or call 586-792-9237. Team Showstack Family Restaurants will open another Mod Pizza in the township, making this their 2nd in Shelby Township and 9th location in Michigan. Mod, which stands for Made on Demand, is a fast pizza company that gives customers the chance to build a pizza for their liking with the options of different sauces, meats, and vegetables. The newest location will be set to open in the late 2017, and the company plans to hire 30 crew members. If you are interested in applying, visit teamshowstack.com. Oliver's Pizza is a brand new business in Shelby Township, and they're hiring. They are hiring store crew as well as delivery drivers. The in-store crew positions start off at $9 an hour. Delivery drivers will be paid $8 an hour plus delivery and tips. The location is located at 25 in DeQuinder. They will offer pizza, subs, wings, and salads. If you are interested in applying, you can call the store at 248-650-2300. And that'll do it for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time on our Facebook page. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with more scenes from the petting farm at the library event this past week. Thanks for watching.